Richard Marshall. Thanks very much for talking to FaxTV. Another change of scenery this week, Richard, up in one of the boxes. Richard, I think I've just about caught my breath from last week's win over Toulouse. How do you reflect on that performance?
That was just walking up the stairs. It was a very anxious occasion for everybody. You know, players, coaches, supporters, journalists. But we managed to come through. It was a tough game. I thought Toulouse would have had an eye on the following week, on this week, and they didn't. They went full tilt. They put the best team out, and they were rushing for kick-offs and scrums, and they played with a real sense of purpose. However, we overcame all that, didn't we? And Shane has been running them lines all year. And he didn't have his best game. He dropped a couple of balls, but when it counted, he showed up. John put him through a really good gap, and he's got some speed and pace, and he took some scoring. So that was really important for us. I'd be lying if I said I thought we'd win that game for the full 80. At times it didn't. There was a couple of blips there defensively, which was so out of character for our team, and I just hope that they're not on show this week.
And I know it's a little bit of a sort of a buzzword at times, about sort of team spirit and working hard and all those sorts of things, but in the post-match interviews it was one thing that yourself, Jacob Fairbank, Will May, they all talked about. That's something that's really strong within the group at the minute.
Yeah, it's not fabricated either. It's not a buzzword. It's not just something that we say just because we haven't got anything else to say. It's because we mean it. We are. They do everything for each other. We have a team first mentality, and the team spirit shines through, and that's really what's driving us and keeping us up at the top of the competition table. We've got quality as well. Let's not go away from the fact that we've got some really experienced players who've played in the Championship a long time, and let's also applaud and not go away from the fact that we've got some of the best juniors around. We've got a fantastic youth grade headed up by Martin and Steve Greenwood. Fantastic the work they've done. We've had limited games with the reserves this year, but them players are ready to play. I think they've helped us in practice, in training. We've had 13 on 13 for the last month, which really it helps us train. We can train. We can reenact scenarios. Who's going to do what at when at crucial times, which, for being honest, most of the Championship teams don't have. But again, that's a benefit of having a reserve grade. You develop your own players, but also you develop your first team players. So that's all really good for us at the moment. I'm looking forward to them guys again helping us this week. They've also got a game against Wigan, which again I'm really looking forward to see who's going to step up for the first team.
News today: Sam Wood joining from Huddersfield Giants until the end of the season. Just talk to us a little bit about that signing.
Yeah, it's obviously it's been manic, hasn't it, over the last week in terms of signings. We've had 2 or 3 players lined up, and then 2 or 3 different ones. But it's got to be right. We're not just bringing anybody in for the sake of it. As I said, we've got some great players just waiting beneath the first team. But Sam's Super League player, quality, a local product. We're really pleased to get him on board. He can cover a number of positions: back row, centre. He can play half back. He can kick. He can goal kick. So it's the type of player I like to work with. Somebody who's got a lot of value and utility. And he's a big thing as well. He's a big tall thing. He'll take some stopping and handling on an edge. That's how we're looking to utilise Sam. He's carrying a slight knock at the moment, so he's unlikely to figure this weekend, but he'll be down training tonight and we'll mix him with the lads. We know a little bit about him, so looking forward to seeing him playing. And we may add another one yet. We're just waiting to see on that as well.
That was just going to be my next question. Can we expect to see many more signings? Obviously the deadline.
Yeah, possibly one more. Shane Grady's got a foot injury at the moment that we're monitoring. Adam Tengar's got a knee injury from the game, which is quite a bit of a cause for concern for us. Fingers crossed he sees a specialist on Friday, Adam. But he won't be playing this week. He'll have a couple of weeks off, I think. So yeah, we just felt we needed to strengthen. So we'll get another middle back row type player in. That's not been done yet though, so I'm not going to mention that. Sam's done and he'll be training tonight. But as I said, I'm looking forward to watching the reserves on Saturday. See if we've lost 2 there, we've brought 2 in, so we're not too far off. Brandon Douglas is doing really well as well. He's been at training the last week. he'll be probably ready for whoever we're playing, whichever competition we're in the following week.
Right.
We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We're not playing, the bottom four of Super League quite yet. We've got an opportunity to do that this week, but we'll have to be very, very good.
Rochdale at home then, last game of the season. Obviously, clearly, we know the stipulations win to get into the qualifiers. Just talk to us a little bit about the preparations going into this game.
Yeah, we've got to look on the positives. It's a fantastic position to be in. If you'd have said at the start of the season you'll have to play Rochdale wherever they are, whether at the top of the table or at home, to get a chance to get into the top four, I'd have wrestled you and said that's fantastic, well done on that one, snap your hand off, brilliant. So we're in that position, and that's 100% down to the players' attitude throughout the year. You can look at results that that perhaps we should have got along the way, but we are where we are. We can't change any of that. We'll be better. I think we'll be better this week. I don't think our nerves will get the better of us this week. It was a nervous occasion last week, and Toulouse didn't play ball, so we had to overcome all of that. Rochdale won't play ball. They'll be coming to spoil the party. I'm sure Alan Kilshaw, the coach over there, is talking about our season and their season, probably more importantly, because they need to pick up some points before the split. So we've got to focus 100% on what we did well last week, but also what probably undid us as well. And I think that's a bit of composure. The team spirit is fantastic, but we've got to be able to monitor our emotions, take our opportunities, and for me, defend a lot better. We have to defend a lot better this week. They've got some threats, Rochdale, and if whoever we were playing this week, we had a couple of blips defensively that were really out of character, which I don't want to see again.
Obviously, they're bottom of the table. People might perhaps see this as a bit of a sort of an easy game in some senses, but the reverse fixture, I think we only won by 6 points, so certainly shows it won't be an easy game.
No, it was a tough game. That was a real tough. It was at the start of the season. We had a decent team out as well, and they pinched our pocket, Rochdale, and we just had a bit of quality at the end. I think Will Sharp got over and Scott Morell made a break and passed to Ed Barber, but there was still an opportunity for them to win it in the last couple of minutes as well. It was a so we don't want any of that. We want to be, they'll be the underdogs, we'll be the favourites to win, and quite rightly so. We've put ourselves in a good position, but the stranger things that have happened in sport, we have to be aware of the consequences if we don't play well, but we also have to embrace the consequences really if we do play well. They're our main motivators and drivers, and what's to come will be fantastic. It's in touching distance, but we've got to respect the opposition and play to our strengths.
Where would making the top four rank in your achievements at Halifax this season if we were to make it this year?
It's been a great year this year, regardless whether we make it or not. It's been a fantastic year. The players have developed each other. So my job is to develop players. It's not about, well, it is about winning and losing, but that's not how I rate myself or measure myself. It's about when you get a player at one level and then he leaves you, or he improves throughout the year on another level, and that's our job as coaches. I think we've done that really well. I think the players have all bought into everything that we've done, and they drove it. To be fair, I've been on one leg for 2 months.
Yeah.
So it's good that my coaching style, I'm not an autocrat. The players run the place, they own it, they own the environment, and I'm glad that that's my philosophy, because it's really helped me out. Physically, I've not been able to get around the field as much as I would have liked. So your tactical coaching, I've done things differently. I've sent plays out and things over the great interweb, so everybody knows exactly what they're doing, and I want feedback all the time on my coaching, and also the players want feedback on their ability, and we've done that. So it would to answer your question,
would be nice.
It would be fantastic, wouldn't it? It would be great. It would be a great reward and accolade for everybody's efforts at the club.
On that note, Richard, we'll leave it there. Thanks so much for your time, and we'll speak to you again on Sunday.
Cheers.